As you defend or rationalize or justify your improvement request, you hold yourself out of vibrational alignment with the improvement that you have requested. And you hold yourself instead in vibrational alignment with the problem that caused the solution. Now, this is the thing that we so want you to understand. As you're moving through life experience, exposed to all kinds of circumstances and events and other people and their ideas and beliefs and desires, you can't help but come to a steady stream of conclusions about what, from your perspective, would be better. And as those conclusions emanate from you, and the source within you makes them a vibrational reality by holding to the vibrational frequency of them, you can then, from the moment of the birth of the new desire, you can feel what your vibrational relationship is to that improvement. That's what your emotions give you. Your emotions give you moment by moment feedback. Your emotions let you know whether you're a match to what you want or whether you're a match to what you don't want. And what you begin to understand as you listen to us talking about these universal laws is that the powerful law of attraction, which is a law that responds to the vibrational basis of all it is, this law of attraction is the law that makes it possible that when you set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m., you hear what's being broadcast from the station that is broadcasting 6:30 a.m. The frequency of the transmitter and the receiver have to match up. And everything in this universe, every particle, every piece of dirt, every organism, every part of you, everything that exists in all that you see and in that which you do not see, is a vibrational basis that is transmitting and receiving constantly. And those transmitting and receiving signals are being organized by this powerful law of attraction, which says, in simple terms, that which is likened to itself is drawn. So if you set your frequency on, I don't have enough money, and you stay there long enough that you set your frequency on, I don't have enough money and I am really irritated about it, I don't have enough money and I am frightened about it, as you set your frequency there, even though you may be going through all of the motions that might bring money to others, you hold the money that you're asking for away from you because, and you often don't even realize you're doing it, you have tuned yourself to the frequency of not enough. And when you tune yourself to the frequency of not enough money, or when you tune yourself to the frequency of a physical condition that you do not want, when you tune yourself by practice to a vibrational frequency, law of attraction cannot buck your current. You cannot receive around the signal that you're offering. The signal that you're offering equals your point of attraction. And the manifestation time will speed dramatically, because we're not kidding you when we say you were source energy before you came into this body, and you are source energy even though you are in this body. A part of you is here present, this focused genius personality that you know as you, important part of you here in this physical body. And as you are here in this physical body as the leading edge of source energy, you are exploring contrast just like you knew you would, and coming constantly all day, every day, to new awarenesses of what would be just a little better than it already is. Even one-celled organisms, every consciousness, which includes all that you know, is having exposure to life and requesting improvement. That's what the evolution of all species is about. So as you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And that rocket of desire emanates from you vibrationally. And here's the best part of this that you don't now know consciously, if you're like most humans, as that rocket exudes from you, this non-physical part of you who remained as non-physical energy even while you're here in this physical body, this source energy, God force part of you became the vibrational equivalent of the new request that you set forth, and holds that vibrational place marker, holds that set point, and calls you to it. Now, when you go toward it, you feel elation, you feel passion, you feel invigoration, you feel interest. But if you are moving in opposition to it, you feel the resistance of that opposition. You feel discouraged, or you feel unsteady, you feel overwhelmed. You feel frustration. You feel anger, blame, guilt, depression. In other words, if you are not moving toward who you really are, you feel the tug of that. That's what your emotions are telling you. Because you know you are the creator of your own reality, but we want to say it in a more emphatic way. You are the creator of you. The question that this gathering wants to help you ask about yourself and answer is, are you a cooperative component to what you've asked for? Or are you like most people? You're over there beating the drum of justification of why you want it. I need it. I need it because it's hard without it. I want it because I deserve it. I deserve it. And it's just wrong that I don't have it. And so when you're focused upon the absence of what you want and proclaiming your deservability while you've got that knot of contention in your stomach, you are resisting your own alignment with your own creation, and your own creation is you. The new and improved you. The you with more prosperity, the you with more vitality, the you with better balance, the you with more of whatever it is that the contrast has helped you to sort out. So, we are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. It is our expectation that as we visit together, that we will be able to lure you into the vortex. And that is really the most powerful and valuable thing that we can assist you with. If we can convince you that this vibrational reality does exist, and that shouldn't be hard because you have emotions that are pointing out the variance between you and you all day, every day. If you will feel the difference between fixating on something that you appreciate and staying there long enough that you feel yourself breathing it in completely, and then fixating on something that you are complaining about or condemning and feeling the interesting difference in the life-giving quality and the sucking the life right out of you quality of your focus, you can show yourself that these two aspects of you do exist. And then once we have convinced you that you have this vibrational relationship and that your emotions are the indicator of how you're doing, then you can begin to look forward, or better said, feel forward into this vortex of creation. Once you believe, now the vortex takes you in frequently, and once inside this vortex frequently, you begin, and we know this is going to sound ethereal, it's going to sound new agey, it's going to sound religious, it's going to sound like another dog and pony show. When you get inside the vortex, you will have the gift of sight, the gift of hearing, the gift of seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. When you get into the vortex, when you get in there and have practiced the vibration of it long enough that it comes easy to you, we see you sometimes, you'll meditate for 10 or 15 minutes and release resistance in the process, which means you're in the vortex. But then you come out into your day and complain like you have been. So you spend most of your day practicing the out of the vortex vibration and very little bit of your day in the vortex practicing the in the vortex vibration. This Art of Allowing workshop is all about getting as close as you can to the vortex and trusting that in time, if you get close enough, often enough, the vortex will take you in, and as it takes you in often enough, you're going to begin to practice the vibration inside the vortex, which means your resistance will subside, and by law, everything that you have been asking for, all of which is in this vortex of creation, must manifest in your experience, where not only you, but others may see it. Now, it's important to know, and you know this already, those not in the vortex usually can't see what you're manifesting because their vibration is such. Haven't you ever just felt wonderful and somebody else just feels awful, and you're looking pretty much at the same street on the same day in the same city? In other words, there are as many different worlds moving around here as there are moods and attitudes. Esther sat to meditate one day and fixated on the words ease and flow. Ease and flow. And she couldn't think about ease without thinking about ease. Ease is a hard thing to be confused about. Ease is ease. Ease is wonderful things happening without struggle, ease and flow. And as she pondered those two words for 15 minutes, when she came out of her meditation, her day turned around. She found more productivity with more fun and less effort than she'd experienced in a long, long time. And she thought, I like that feeling of ease. And we say, what she did was she accepted with very little effort the leverage of the vortex. When you care about getting in there, when you care about ease and flow, when you care about clarity, when you care about the way you feel, and you're willing to loosen your grip on the impropriety or the imperfection or the downright wrong behavior that you've been focused upon somewhere in your physical world, when you're willing to feel for alignment rather than sort out the problems longer, what you're going to discover is you have put enough into your vortex of creation to keep you happily busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. And when you focus in a way that no longer keeps you out of the vortex, everything that you want will show up in your experience. Now, we hope you heard that in exactly the way we meant it, because we want you to accept that what law of attraction is, it is a unifying law. It is a culminating law. It is a attracting law. In other words, it is the law of rendezvous. It is the law of rendezvous. So if you've got a lot of ornery people in your life, the law of rendezvous is just showing you who you are. If people are stealing from you, the law of attraction, this rendezvousing law, is just showing you who you are. And you say, but wait, I would never steal from another. And we say, we're not saying that you're a thief, but you've got thief vibration going on. You're worried about people taken from you. You're worried about that sort of thing going on. It's active in your vibration, and the activation of things going wrong is the preventative reason preventing things from going right. Can you hear it? So we'd like to just zap you all with clear insight that makes you say, I'm going to stop fussing over the small stuff. And technically it's all really small stuff. It's all ineffective, unimportant. It's not needing to be documented because it's out of the vortex. I'm going to train myself into the vortex. That's where we want you to be when you exit this theater at the end of this day. We want you to have one thing and one thing only on your mind. That vortex place seems like a good place to be, and I'm going to feel my way in there. Now here's the ulterior motive for getting in there. I'm going to get in that vortex because I want to feel good. Now, we know how off that must sound to someone outside the vortex who wants stuff to come that isn't coming. But if your motive for getting into the vortex is to make that stuff that isn't happening happen, now you've activated the stuff not happening and you can't get in the vortex. So if your motive is just to feel better, here is the largest motive that we would encourage you to assign to yourself about getting into this vortex. In other words, don't say, I'm going to get in because that's where all my stuff is and I'm tired of being without it, because that's what happens. I'm going to go in there and get my stuff that I don't have. Well, then you don't get in. But if you say, I'm going to go in there because it feels good, now you can get in easily. And if then you begin saying, I'm going to stay in here often because it feels good, now you stay in there, and what happens is you then train your vibration into one that matches what you want. As you wait until you are inside the vortex, these are money and the law of attraction cards. So if you're outside the vortex and you're looking through these cards, achieving success is my natural birthright. Right. Right. You know how it feels to be outside the vortex? affirming what you do want. It's like pouring salt in the wound. It's like saying, who